There are many good reasons to meditate, and since 1935,
the first thing to do is to choose your sitting posture.
It helped me in many ways. It helped me to know myself.
In and out, in and out.
Sawadika. Welcome to Meditation for All, a program for all who love peace and discovering themselves. Many of you might have heard about meditation before. Some of you might have even practiced it or have thought about doing it for some time. Whatever it is, our program will present to you the myriad aspects of meditations and its benefits beyond giving you peace and relaxation. But first, a simple introduction by Reverend Nicholas Thanissaro.
welcome to this first episode of Meditation for Beginners, which is going to be a look behind the scenes at meditation to find out some of the theoretical background to how we can meditate better on our own at home. In this first episode, we're going to be taking a look at exactly what we mean by meditation and also some of the benefits of meditation which have been found in scientific research. Many of you here may be wondering exactly what we mean by the word meditation, because it's a word which we hear in many contexts, and sometimes, according to the different contexts, the word may mean completely different things. But according to our context here, we are interested in meditation as a way of training the mind to become more efficient, and also as a way to balance the mind together with that other important component of ourselves, which is our body. In the ideal world, our spiritual well-being, that is the well-being of our mind, and our physical well-being will go hand in hand. And if we meditate in the proper way, then this is going to be a way in which we can rebalance body and mind together to become a whole human being. If we are really a healthy person, then we have to take an interest in meditation, because there's more and more evidence that the diseases of the modern world, whether it be things like stress or insomnia or even things like depression, they're coming from a lack in our spiritual well-being. And these are some of the things which I'll show you a little bit later on, things which meditation can help to redress. In fact, there are many different sorts of meditation in the world. There are two main sorts divided by the place in which we focus our mind when we're doing the meditation. In the first sort of meditation, people tend to focus outside their body. These sort of meditations are not something we're going to be covering on this particular course. Meditation outside the body is not something we're going to be covering on this particular presentation. What we are more interested in is the second sort of meditation, where we are focusing inside the body. And in fact, there are more than 40 different ways to meditate in this sort of technique. When we're talking about Dhammakaya meditation, we're talking about a meditation with a synthesis of many of those 40 different sorts of meditation. For example, it includes elements of mindfulness of breathing, because when we are meditating in the Dhammakaya technique, we tend to focus our mind at the center of the body, which is also the point of the deepest breath. It also includes elements of mindfulness of the body, because in fact we are focusing at the center of the body the whole of the time which we are meditating. Also, we are focusing on a bright object, and this is something we're going to see a little more of later when we get down to actually meditating for ourselves. When we are conducting the Dhammakaya meditation, in fact, the method is characterized by two different things. It's characterized by the fact that we are focusing at the center of the body, and the second thing is that we are trying to stop the mind, which means to stop the mind from thinking. If we can meditate successfully, then we will successfully manage to bring the mind to what we call a standstill. There are many good reasons to meditate, and since 1935 there have been more than 150 scientific studies conducted on meditation, many of which have shown the benefits which come from practicing meditation regularly. There have been effects caused by meditation, such as reducing people's stress, reducing depression, and even improvement of personal virtues. And what I'd like to do now is to introduce to you some of the research concerning the different aspects of improvements which are coming about by those who meditate. The first graphic I'd like to show you is a graphic from research done on two different groups. A piece of research done over a total of 6 weeks, where one group meditated during 6 weeks and the control group didn't do any meditation at all during that time. What we can see from this graphic here is the effect of the meditation during 6 weeks on the blood pressure of those involved in the study. What we see for the control group, which is the green line here, is that blood pressure levels did not change during the 6-week period. However, for those who meditated, blood pressure decreased and stayed low, as you can see on the red, yellow and orange lines here. The different colors indicate the different qualities of meditation. Those who meditated better were able to reduce their blood pressure more. On this second graphic here, we see the levels of cortisol in the blood. You may not be familiar with cortisol, but in fact it is a hormone in the blood which indicates the level of stress in the body. The more cortisol we have, the more stressed we appear to be. And what we find again is that for the control group, when they did no meditation during the 6-week period, the levels of cortisol stayed high and constant during the 6-week period. However, for those who meditated, what we find is that the levels of cortisol dropped and stayed low during the 6-week period. Again, the better they meditated, the more they were able to reduce their stress levels. Moving on to a third graphic now, we are looking at a piece of research on the effect of meditation on depression. Depression can be caused by many different things, because of brain chemistry, sometimes it's because of attitudes in life. What we find is that meditation can help those who have attitude problems to help them to become less depressed. In this before-after scenario, what we find is that before the study started, about 1/3 of the sample were suffering from depression of various sorts. However, after the study, about half of these are being cured of depression, and this would be the part suffering from attitude problems. If you're not a person with problems, you may be wondering whether meditation is something for you. But in fact, what I'd like to emphasize very strongly is that it's only a minority of people who meditate because of personal problems. Most people who are interested in meditation these days are interested in improving on what they already have. If they're already healthy, then they become more healthy as a result of their meditation. And what we see here in this fourth graphic is that meditation can also people realize a higher level of personal virtues. There's a very interesting piece of research done in Thailand by Pupatana and Sibandit in 1996. And what they found was that for a big spectrum of different personal virtues, for those who meditated for 6 weeks, the level of virtues tended to increase during that time, whether it be things like patience or job satisfaction, the ability to be a good friend to others, or even the ability to adapt to one's situation better. All of these virtues were increased by the ability of a person to meditate during a 6-week period. So what we can see is that meditation can help us a great deal, more than things like just sleeping or being hypnotized or changing our diet or even physical exercise. Meditation can help us in many different ways, and it can help us to adapt to our environment better. It can give us more job satisfaction. It can help us with work efficiency, study skills, and even our study scores. So these are many good reasons why we should want to practice meditation more. These are coming not just from my personal opinion, but they are coming from scientific research in every case. So meditation in one respect is like many other activities, sports, crafts and skills. And it is similar in that we cannot get better at it just by talking about it or reading about it. Like any skill, you have to gain expertise by actually doing it. Meditation will be of only limited use to you if you practice it on and off. The key to success in meditation is a commitment to meditate once or twice each and every day. You can think about meditation like embarking on a new career with a new employer. If you turn up for work only when you feel like it, then I'm sure you will not get very far in your new career. Training in meditation is like the way in which a sportsman trains themselves in order to play their sport in an adept way. For example, a runner may train himself for a full year and run for many miles, simply to take part in an important sprint of 100 meters. In the same way, a meditator needs to train themselves sometimes over the course of many years on a daily basis in order to be able to attain access to higher states of mind. So what is important to emphasize is the continuity of your practice. You have to do this by trying to build meditation into your daily routine. And one way to do this is to pick a time of the day when you know that you're going to be free at the same time each day. It can be in the morning, or it can be in the evening, or maybe at another time of day which you find suitable for yourself. If you meditate in the morning, as soon as you get up, maybe take a shower, do some light exercise, and then sit down to meditate. This can be an excellent start to the day. For those who prefer to meditate in the evening, perhaps meditate before going to bed. Don't think this is a waste of your time. This will help you to sleep much more deeply, and when you wake up in the morning, you will feel refreshed instead of feeling like you'd like to go back to sleep for another hour. One of the most important things about meditation is the point where we focus our mind when we're meditating. And in the technique which we're going to study, we focus our mind at a place which we call the center of the body. In fact, it's a place inside us, about 2 finger breadths above our navel, in the very center of our body, somewhere in the area of our stomach. And this point is a very interesting point. It's a place which is known to masters of meditation throughout the ages. Sometimes it's a point which has been used for yogic practice, and sometimes even in the Chinese martial arts. It's also a point which is the deepest point where the breath goes. And what is interesting from the point of view of meditation is that if we are able to focus our mind at this point, the mind is able to become peaceful very quickly indeed. Because it's like this place is the place where all the wisdom of the body and mind is stored. And if we are able to bring our mind to a standstill at this point, it's like we have access to all the inner wisdom inside ourselves. So when you have found out the method of meditation which suits you the best, then the important thing is to put it into practice in your everyday life. Try to find time to sit for meditation, maybe starting with 20 minutes a day. And practicing in this way each and every day, you will start to build up more confidence in the meditation. Some people find it's good if they can meditate alone. They prefer the peace and quiet of being away from other people. However, if you like to meditate as a group, it can also give you a lot of encouragement to help you keep up your meditation as you start out as a beginner. So today has been a short introduction to meditation, some of the benefits of it, and also its definition as well. Next time we meet, I'd like to go on to talk a little bit more about how meditation actually can work for us. So I look forward to seeing you next time round.
The next session will show you the Buddhist culture through action. Some of you might have seen what we are going to show you shortly. Although I have to say that this is very rare in the United States and several Western countries. Almsgiving, for example, is part of everyday life in some countries like Sri Lanka, Laos, Myanmar, and every part of Thailand, where monastic and secular communities support each other, priests and novices for food and basic necessities, while lay people for spiritual refuge, moral, and knowledge of life.
Almsgiving, the best way to begin every new day of our life. Giving a gift to one who devotes himself to purity through meditation is the best way to start the new day. This simple act helps to awaken the spirit of goodness that lies hidden inside to shine brightly forth with the first light of the dawn. With great respect, after giving alms, the Buddhist will meditate and make a wish, calling forth the resolve to behave well throughout the whole day ahead. Giving is a new start to the day. Giving out of respect softens us inside. Giving with a gentle smile brings forth our compassion. Giving is like tender petals of peace which line the way to non-violence for the world. Giving is a new start to the new day of our life.
Doesn't it make you feel good? It certainly lifts up my spirit, reminding me the happiness of giving, especially now that we live in an increasingly materialistic society. In the next session of our program, I'd like you all to join me and Reverend Somsak Piyasilo to actually meditate. Meditation or spiritual exercise, like physical exercise, will benefit you only if you get up, or rather sit down, and do it. Not just read or listen about it. Don't worry if you haven't meditated before or have done so in a different way. Reverend Somsak will walk you through even without leaving your cushion.
Welcome everyone to this meditation session for the first time. Some of you might not know meditation and haven't tried meditation before in your life, but now we will learn meditation together in this session. Meditation belongs to the world of the Oriental. In the Oriental countries, meditation is commonly known and could be understood right away. It is the philosophy of life, but in reality, meditation includes also practice, not only the concept. Those who practice meditation will get peace and happiness in return, which is the immediate fruit of meditation. And I believe that everyone in this world would love to have peace and happiness in their own life. And that's why meditation is the answer and the key to peace, both for individual and for the world. Let's try meditation together now. The first thing to do is to choose your sitting posture. If you can, or if you like, you might sit in lotus posture like the Buddha image. But if it is too difficult for beginner like you, you might choose to sit on the most comfortable chair. You might sit on the cushion you like, or even on the pillow on the floor to support your body. But the main thing, you should keep your back straight, because otherwise your back will get pain and you can't sit for long. Now let's start meditation in practice now. Are you ready? First, we close our eyes gently. We normally do not force the eyes to close. Let all parts of the body to get relaxed. All parts of the body. Make sure that every minute and every second is full of relaxation. Relaxation is a key to centering the mind. So let the stream of relaxation flow over the entire body. It is like relaxation is flooding the entire body all at once. So from head to heels, from top to feet, every part of the body is relaxed. If we could notice the breathing, once we breathe in, there would be the turning point of the breath. The turning point lies in the center of the stomach. This is also called by the scientists the point of the center of gravity. But in meditation today, we have got a term that is the turning point of the breath is the station of the mind. The station of the mind lies in the center of our abdomen, right inside the stomach. It is also referred to as the term the middle way or the middle part, taught by our Lord Buddha. The term middle way is so unique, belonging to the teaching of the Lord Buddha. Also, in the teaching of Luang Po Wat Pak Nam, who is the most famous meditation master. He has the term the center of the body. Whatever the term is, they all indicate the same point inside the abdomen, whether it is the station of the mind, the turning point, the middle path, or the center of the body. It is exactly the same spot inside the body. So we have got the point to focus in our meditation now. Let's stay inside that turning point together for a while. We can mark that turning point by a tiny little star. This is just to mark the position that the mind is now clinging on. The sparkling star is shining peacefully at the center of the body. This is the final station, permanent base of the mind, with the little star shining as a landmark inside. So all the awareness stays at the shining star in the center of the body. Just observe the picture of the star that is shining inside the body. Keep observing, seeing the shining star located in the center of the body. At this point, the mind is in good balance. It is centered very well and not moving at all. the mind and the star become one another. The mind and the star become good friends. The star is at peace inside our center. The more we are centered, the more we become relaxed. The more we become relaxed, the more we become centered. So, to be centered and to relax, they come together. Now we are more and more relaxed. At the same time, we are more and more centered with the image of the shining star as an indicator in the center. So stay with this shining star for a little while. By staying in the center, the mind learns to be peaceful and absorbs the happiness from being in the center. Now let's share this peace and happiness to all other creatures. Let the others get the same peace, the same happiness from inside. Let them get the same level of peace of mind, the same level of happiness inside, derived from the shining star in the center. Let happiness embrace the whole world, the whole human population, and all other living creatures. May the world live in peace.
Peace on earth, it's a dream we've shared. Only now it's close to reality. Would you listen carefully and spare me a little of your time? Meditation, haven't you heard? It's the key word for everyone. It's the next human evolution. of all things is you. Peace and joy with love and your happiness. Light a candle bright inside of you, and it too will light the next one, and the next one, and the next millions of candles will brighten up the whole world. In this world, we know there is hatred, greed and hunger, and suffering. To be free, free from all of these things, remember that the one place peace can be found is within. Now we join together and make it happen. Let's make the world at peace through meditation. Now we'll join together and make it happen. Let's make the world at peace through meditation. Now we'll join together and make it happen. Let's make the world at peace through meditation. From now on, may the bright light of peace at the center of each of you be a beacon for the true and everlasting peace. Let's make the world at peace through meditation. Now we join together and make it happen. Let's make the world at peace through meditation. Now we join
Next, Mr. Harman Desai, the owner of jewelry business, will share his own experience with meditation as a businessman. Hope you enjoy it.
Namaste, Swadikap. My name is Heman Desai. I come from India and I'm staying in Thailand, Bangkok since last 15 years. I've started practicing meditation after I came to Bangkok. I learned about it by reading one fine day a newspaper article on meditation. It described how it helped you to achieve good things in life. Naturally, I was curious. I went and attended that particular meditation session and I was very impressed. I was impressed because it really cooled me down. Personally, I am a very irritating person, in the sense I get frustrated very fast. I lose my temper very fast. Rather, I used to lose my temper very fast. But after starting to practice meditation by the help of a very good teacher, I started to come to know my own self. Meditation really helps you to know your own self, which many of us forget who we are, because we get involved in this life, in this rat race, so badly that we forget who we are. We get up in the morning and start working for I don't know what. By practicing meditation, I learned that every day morning I have to be grateful to the God who has given me such a good life, and to respect the things that He has given me in my life. This I could do because I started practicing meditation. When I started practicing meditation, It helped me in many ways. It helped me to know myself. It helped me to keep calm during tough situations. It helped me not to get frustrated whenever the situation is not in your favor. It also helped me to be nice and gentle to the people around you, to your family, to your friends, and also to the people who are working along with you in your office. I'm a businessman, and we are into very, very high stress business. We are into gems and jewelry business, which demands a lot every day because it involves a big volume. You can lose or gain in a very short period of time. You don't get frustrated every time when you lose. You also get frustrated every time you gain. All these frustrations I could control because I had started practicing meditation. I remember during my earlier years in Bangkok, the traffic was really, really bad. I remember I have lots of accidents with my car in my history of driving in Bangkok. But after I started practicing meditation, I've never ever come across any sort of accident by my fault. I've learned how to keep cool. Sometimes the situation is not in your hand. Also, if everything goes haywire, like it happened in 1997, suddenly the Asian countries were faced with a very big turmoil because of their currencies. Everybody lost. Even I lost. I lost so badly, I must have lost everything that I had worked hard for in one particular day. Practicing meditation helped me to recover this loss, to come out of this really, really tough situation in my life. Meditation also helped me to go back to nature. I never knew from inside I was a real nature lover. I used to love traveling. I used to love mountains. I used to love a nice blue ocean. I used to love to go on long rides. I also used to love to listen to good music. I also used to love listening to soft music. But all this I came to know when I started practicing meditation. Meditation is a technique where you can calm down yourself whenever you are in tough situation, unwanted situation. Let's say you don't want to go in a particular way. You don't want to feel the pinch of the bad traffic. You don't want to take medicine because you are having headache. I remember I always try to avoid taking medicines for small things like a stomach ache or a headache. I'm a sports lover, and to perform better, meditation has always helped me. Sometimes if I want to jog or run or exercise for more time, my body doesn't approve. But suddenly, I try to keep cool, try to extend a little bit, try to concentrate. And I never knew all this, in a way, I was doing meditation. When I go to office, I am working mostly with Thai people. My staff is all Thai. I'm an Indian. I seldom speak Thai. I can speak Thai, but like a small child. Sometimes it's difficult to explain my Thai staff what I really want. Sometimes even Thai people, the Thai staff, They really find it difficult to work with me because sometimes I'm not able to explain it to them. This all used to happen before. But after I started practicing meditation, it gradually became less and less. I was quite happy with them because they understood me more and more. Not because I learned the language more, but because I could speak and explain them in their manner. Thai people are really nice and soft people. Whenever I used to be angry, I couldn't control myself. But all this anger, my frustrations, my irritations, my short temper, I feel I have been able to control them quite well because of meditation. Meditation really will help people who are really unable to know what they really are. People living in city are so much frustrated with everyday day-to-day routine. It's a very, very strong recommendation for them that they start practicing meditation, know themselves, and be a better person and perform in a better way. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Mr. Desai. As he has told us from his own experience, meditation not only enhances our psychological well-being, but also our ability to handle unpleasant situations without losing the peace of mind. Now that you have done some exercise to build up your spiritual muscles, which is necessary for minimizing psychological stress, let's get up and do some physical exercise. In the coming session of the program, Ms. Laksami Pamonsatit, an instructor of Kasem Sukh movement, will show you movement that will rejuvenate the body and its internal functioning. Unlike most types of physical exercise, the Kasem Sukh movement was designed in line with meditation practice. Let's go and have a look together. สวัสดีค่ะ Today I bring you to the exercise for Kasem Sukh movement, which is part of the program of Kasem Sukh Mind and Body Rejuvenation, of which in fact has been personally designed for herself to improve her own health. But later on, it has been launched the program at Pattaya City, where students and teachers have tried it. And it has been proved so satisfactory for both body and mind. And later on, Thai Olympic Committee has come, and a medical doctor in physical rehabilitation was so interested in it. He checked that and guaranteed that it is so perfect for body and mind and stretching, and it is a combination for body and mind, of which can bring mind back to the center easily. And as the posture has been remodified from the Thai classical dancing, so it is so oriental. We will try it slowly so that you can do it yourself at home easily. And today, I would like to introduce you to one of the instructors of Kasem Sukh movement, Ms. Laksami Pamonsatit. สวัสดีค่ะ คุณลักษมี
สวัสดีค่ะ คุณวิชุดา
What do we start today?
Before we bring you to Kasem Sukh movement, the first thing that you need to know is the balancing point of our body, which is the center of the body, or the turning point of our breathing. And with this meditation practice, believe that the center of the body is the most important spot to commence meditation practice.
It seems to be easy.
But it is not difficult to do. For each posture, we will place our feeling or our mind right here, or remind of the center as often as you can.
Oh, where you touch is the center of the body?
Yes, by taking a deep breath and observe the turning point by our feeling, like this. Around here.
That's fantastic. So where you touch is the center of the body.
Yes, an important starting point. Let's come to see it and you will understand it better.
Yes, let's see it together with Tram, one of the nephews of Kun Kasem Suk.
This is the posture of preparation. Stand upright, back straight, feet apart above your shoulder. Place your hands on the abdomen at the level of the center of the body in order to remind of the center inside, which is 2 fingers breadth above the navel. Or you can feel by taking a deep breath in and out, in and out, in and out. Let's try together. Stand at ease. Place your hands on your abdomen at the level of the center of the body. Take deep breath in and slowly out 2 or 3 times. In at the turning point, then slowly out. In at the turning point, then slowly out. Stand still for a few seconds. Then lift the heels up as far as you can without losing your balance and lower them down. Do it along with the breath or as you feel relaxed. While moving, it is important to focus your mind at the center, as if a full moon shining inside your abdomen.
And this is only the posture of preparation?
Yes, and just only one posture. If you can do it and combine your body and mind, such as while practicing the movement, remind of the bright full moon at your center of the body. It is very efficient, but you have to do it slowly.
And for how long we have to do this posture of preparation?
Actually, we will do this posture for 5 to 6 seconds. But we suggest that you move your heel up and down to prepare yourself for the next posture. And you can practice to move your heel up and down for 30 seconds and do it for 5 seconds per time.
And don't forget to put the mind at the center.
Yes, don't forget.
Yes, because the technique of Kasem Suk movement is to still your mind while you are in a move. And that's it for today. Thank you very much, Kun Laksami. สวัสดีค่ะ สวัสดีค่ะ Thank you for watching our first edition of Meditation for All. In the next edition, we will show you how you can have more energy, tap into intuition, and avoid mental exhaustion at the end of the working day. Until then, have a great week. See you next time. สวัสดีค่ะ